you doing, Barry?
I'm gonna take the downwind fin off and I'm gonna put the flatwater fin on. See how it goes.
And why are you doing that?
I'm getting ready for a flatwater race here in a couple of weeks, and I want to see how this flatwater thing feels. I think it's going to make it feel tippy.
The flatwater rudder is, it says right there, 4-inch.
Yeah. Now it says Vega Flex, but I guess they made this. I guess it'll work in the Vega.
You know what's interesting is it actually is 4 inches.
Yeah, it didn't look like it.
Because we were thinking that way that's 4 inches.
Yeah.
I don't even know why you're putting a rudder on there.
Go rudderless, huh?
The hardest thing about putting a new rudder on is getting the rudder out of the packaging.
The screw that came with the flatwater rudder is the same length as the screw that goes into the
Surf rudder. So they're interchangeable.
Yeah, so that's good to know. And got some Loctite here.
Yeah, changing the rudders out is surprisingly simple and easy. You know, we've got a video with April Zilg in which she talks about changing out the rudders in her Puakea canoes, and she changes them out all the time because it is so easy. I think it's easier than a lot of people realize. It's just a matter of undoing the screw, and then that's not scary.
Open the packaging.
Undoing the screw, sliding the rudder out. Apparently flipping the boat over to get the screw out, and then reversing the steps with a little bit of Loctite on the threads so the screw doesn't back out.
That little plastic washer,
yeah,
needs to go in between the rudder and the boat. Yep,
it's important.
And I
should not lose that.
Yep, and they ship with extras, but I do have one. I do have one in there.
You have one in there.
Yep.
But I think what I really want to know is how is that tiny rudder going to affect stability?
Yeah, I think it's going to be really unstable. Yeah, that's one thing I like about the that spring-loaded feature that keeps the rudder straight.
So the Kai Waʻa skis, you're saying they have a self-centering rudder?
Yeah, so do his outrigger canoes.
And so when you take your feet off the pedals,
right,
the rudder just snaps back to center.
Correct.
You know what's a cool thing about these boats? I love about these, I don't know if the canoe is the same way, but his surf skis, the rudder is recessed in here just a little bit, and we've seen what a difference that makes. And basically this serves as a weed guard.
Yeah.
And so there are days when I end up trailing like a tree of weeds behind me.
Right.
And you're just going through nice and clear because the weeds come and then slide down rather than getting caught up.
Exactly.
Yeah,
keeps it from getting stuck in there.
That is a really nice feature on these boats.
That's a great point. Ooh, that looks tiny.
It does look tiny. Let's go see how it performs. All right, talk to me, Goose. First impressions?
Yeah, I'm a little more tippy. So it almost looks ridiculous, doesn't it?
It does kind of look like a joke, doesn't it?
It's like, is that for real?
So how was it? So what are your impressions?
When it was flat, it felt fine, and it turns quick. When there was a lot of boat wake, it was a lot more tippy. But I'd say by the end of the session, I felt comfortable. The first 20 minutes, felt really tippy.
So you noticed the tippy?
Yeah.
But you got used to it. It wasn't anything.
Yeah. So at the end of the 9 miles, I felt a lot better.
So the summary is fine in flat water.
Oh yeah, perfect in flat water. That's obviously what he made it for.
Turns with no problem.
Turns with no problem.
Yeah, so interesting. So the next question is it faster?
I don't know.
In flat water? conventional wisdom says it is, but you know,
Yeah.
with the Surfski, stability is speed.
Right. I
So-
know, it depends. If I show up on race day and it's like a bunch of chop and a bunch of boat wakes, then I'll probably put the bigger fin in for stability.
Maybe we can do some testing at some point to see which
Yeah.
one's faster.
Yeah.
All right, good job
Good.
today.
Yeah, you too. That was fun.